Good evening. If you're following this channel, you know that we always start our games with easy questions and then progress to really hard ones. This is not going to be the case tonight. All 20 questions in tonight's round are challenging. However, since you've opened this link, I trust you enjoy exercising your brain and learning new things. And even if you don't know any of the answers, I hope it will still be worth your while, because hopefully we'll have fun trying to figure things out. And I can guarantee you will learn a couple of things. Or more. Probably more. So have fun and good luck. Question 1. When flight attendants are staying in a hotel overnight, they leave their ID and their documents in a safe. Now, there is this one airline that instructs their flight attendants to leave something else in a safe to make sure that they won't forget their passport when they check out. What exactly is that item? The answer is a shoe. You would never leave the hotel without both your shoes. Question 2. What is one thing that Coco Chanel thought women didn't have enough of, so she always made sure her customers got plenty of it? The answer is pockets. Question 3. A question about J.R.R. Tolkien. There was this man, a famous man, that Tolkien wasn't very fond of. And the reason he wasn't very fond of that man was because of his oversimplified way of telling popular stories. Who exactly was that man? The answer is Walt Disney. Question 4. In Andrei Tarkovsky's Soviet-produced sci-fi classic Solaris, there is this incredibly long sequence that simply shows futuristic-looking cars moving along an equally futuristic-looking highway. It's a very, very long scene. No special sets or props were used. The crew simply traveled to Japan and filmed an actual highway there. Now the question is, why did Tarkovsky decide to go to Japan and film that needlessly long scene, which wasn't even necessary for the plot? The answer is, well, he and his crew simply fancied a holiday abroad. Question 5. In 18th century London, you would often see a unicorn horn hanging over a pharmacy and a bucket of nails above a hardware store. Now, above what kind of shop would you find an image of Adam and Eve? The answer is a fruit shop. Question 5. It is called a strudel in Israel, a monkey tail in South Africa, a snail in Belarus, and an elephant's trunk in Denmark. We all use, or at least see it on a regular basis. What is it? The answer is the @ sign. Question 7. What did Polish philosopher Tadeusz Kotarbiński describe as shortening one's life for the sake of prolonging it? The answer is sleep. Question 8. Ueda Hiroshi patented the selfie stick in 1983. He conceived the idea when holidaying in Europe. What exactly happened to him on that trip? The answer is, he asked someone to take a picture of him, and the guy did a runner with his camera. Question 9. In 1972, a scientist called David Meadows suggested that soon there would be no more silver left because of a certain industry, primarily in the US and in India. What innovation prevented that? The answer is, that didn't happen thanks to the invention of digital cameras. Silver is used in traditional film, but the danger is now averted since movies are mainly shot digitally today. Question 10. Now, regicide is when you kill a king. Fratricide is when you kill a brother. What is omnicide? Omnicide is the destruction of all human life on the planet. Question 11. Librettist William Gilbert and composer Arthur Sullivan wrote 14 comic operas together. You might have heard of The Mikado, The Pirates of Penzance, or HMS Pinafore. However, only 13 scores survive. The music from their first collaboration, Thespis, is lost. Now you would think that, since they soon became a big deal, Sullivan would have bothered preserving his work, but in fact he, very purposefully, did not. Now the question is, why not? I'm gonna give you a clue. The reason is very utilitarian. The answer is, Sullivan was a bit on the lazy side, and he simply recycled the score for other operas. Question 12. Hong Kong's longest bus route is 51 miles long, with a drive lasting 5 hours. However, apart from taking the passengers to picturesque locations outside the city center, it serves an altogether different function. So, why would people want to take that particular route? And the answer is to get some sleep. Over 70% of Hong Kong's residents have trouble sleeping, but many find it easier to sleep on the bus than at home. Question 13. This particular invention was made by engineer and entrepreneur Georges de Mestral in 1941, who was inspired by the burrs he had found on his dog. He examined the burrs under a microscope and realized that the little hooks on them allow them to stick to the dog's fur really well. What invention came out of it? The answer is Velcro. Question 14. Why is there no sunlight in space? The answer is because in space there is no atmosphere to scatter sunlight. Question 15. If you've ever been to London, you might have seen the 4 lines surrounding Nelson's column. The beasts were designed by Queen Victoria's favorite artist, Edwin Landseer. However, he was a painter, not a sculptor, and it took quite a bit of persuasion to get him to agree to the project. Now the question is, except for his fee, obviously, What was the one thing that Lanzia asked for? While this seems like an impossible question, the answer is actually quite logical. The answer is, he asked for a deadline to make sure he got it right. Question 16. When it comes to TV shows, what do the Germans call a street sweeper? The answer is a really popular show because everyone is indoors watching it. Question 17. Back in 1647, the Puritans, ruling the state of Massachusetts, banned a certain celebration for 22 years on account of it being anti-Christian. What exactly did they ban? The answer is they banned Christmas. No, I'm not joking. Question 18. The first four notes in what musical work are popularly described as fate knocking on your door? The answer is Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Da 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 da. Question 19. Walter Koenig, Shah Rukh Khan, Benedict Wong and Joey King. What do these actors have in common? Gonna give you a clue. You've really got to think outside the box here. The answer is their surnames mean the same thing. King. Question 20. What does John Denver compare to a shelter, a window, a cloud and an ocean? The answer is love. Thanks for watching. You don't have to like or subscribe or anything like that. But then, it's just one click, right? I would appreciate it. Check out the channel for more videos like this one and have a peaceful night.